Hello everyone, in this lecture we will study about common gate input impedance and output impedance. So let's first find the common gate input impedance. As the input is applied at the source terminal, so we need to find the input impedance at this particular terminal. So letting the voltage at this particular terminal, that is the source terminal, is Vx and the current produced by it is Ix. So the input impedance will be equals to Vx upon Ix. Okay, so we will again apply the case KVL across this particular loop, and we will find that the voltage drop across this resistance is RDIX plus this. The voltage drop across this will be R naught into current flowing through it will be equals to the Ix minus GM V1 minus GMB VPS. Okay, it can also be written that V1 and VBS, the voltage across these branches will be equals to Vx, and all the branches are parallel. So they are writing over here Vx and equals to the voltage drop across this branch equals to Vx, the voltage drop across this branch. Solving it, what we will get the input impedance, which is nothing but equals to Vx upon Ix, that is equals to Rd plus R naught upon 1 plus Gm plus Gmb R naught. Separating out these terms, we get this, and the input impedance will be equals to Rd upon 1 plus Gm plus Gmb R naught plus R naught in parallel with 1 by Gm in parallel with 1 by Gm. So this input impedance of a common gate configuration we have seen is will be low if this drain resistance is low. Okay. Now finding the input impedance of this particular circuit. This is the same circuit of the common gate configuration in the more general case. Here we can find that RD is drain resistance is not applied. Okay. Since the total current through the transistor will be fixed, that is will be equals to I1, and any change in this particular terminal, that is the source terminal, cannot alter the potential, or any change cannot make any change in this transistor M1. So this Ix will be 0, as it cannot change anything in M1, or we can say the input impedance of a common gate stage is relatively low if the load impedance connected to the drain is small. Okay, so hope you got it this particular thing, that if we haven't applied anything, then drain impedance, that is the drain load impedance at drain terminal is low, then the overall input impedance of the transistor will be low. Okay, so we need to find the voltage gain of this particular circuit. This is the same circuit. Okay, here we have not applied any resistance over the any impedance, so we can say load impedance at the drain terminal. So again, this is the current flowing through the M1 transistor, and this particular current flowing through the source terminal cannot change anything in the transistor M1. Thus again Rs will be 0. Okay, so the voltage gain will reduce to 1 plus Gm plus GMB R0. Why it reduces to the, let us see, the equation for the voltage gain is this. Okay, in this particular the Rd is 0 and Rs will also be 0. Rd is infinite, I must say. Okay, yes, this Rd is 0 and this impedance is also 0. Rd and Rs is 0. Thus this equation, particular equation, this will be reduced to 1 plus Gm plus GMB. Okay, okay, as this RDB particular impedance at this particular load impedance RD approaches to infinity, not 0, infinity. The voltage gain reduces to D, and the gain does not depend upon the source resistance Rs. Thus, if RD is infinite, so does the impedance seen at the source of M1. Okay, because this particular current or this particular load impedance will only change the current or the impedance seen by M1, not this particular impedance applied at source. the source, the voltage at this particular node X will also become equal to V in. Okay, this RS will again be 0. So we can simplify and get this voltage gain. Now how we will get the output impedance? So output impedance, in the case if we want to find the output is taken from the drain terminal in case of common gate topology. So we will apply the voltage Vx producing the current Ix at the drain terminal. We will draw the equivalent small signal analysis of this particular circuit. What we will get, V1 and the source resistance Rs. Here also the current flow will be same, that is Ix. The current here GM V1 current source R0 GMB VBS, and at this particular drain terminal we have applied the voltage drop Vx, voltage source Vx, produce the current Ix. Okay, again applying the KVL across this loop, we will get R0 into the voltage drop across this. The R0 will be equals to R0 into the current flowing through R0 will be equals to Ix plus GMV1 plus GMB VBS. Okay, and these voltage drop across all these branches will be equals to Rs into Ix, as all these branches are in parallel, plus Ixrs equals to Vx. Okay, solving this equation, we will get R out is equals to this. We have already done in the last lecture when we are studying for source following. That is, R out is equals to 1 plus Gm plus Gmb Rs into R naught plus Rs. Or we can also write this particular equation as 1 plus Gm plus Gmb R naught into Rs plus R naught. Okay, and this is parallel with the drain resistance, that is RD. Okay, so the output impedance will be this, or the common gate topology. Okay, easy. Let us take another example. Let us compare the gain of the following two circuits. One is this one. Okay, the input is applied at this particular signal, that is gate, and the output is taken from drain terminal. So this is the common source stage, and in this particular configuration the input is applied at the gate, but for this particular, this is nothing but the common gate configuration, as here this I1 is applied at the source and this gate terminal is biased and output is taken from drain terminal. Okay, and input is applied at the source terminal. So this is common gate configuration. So let us find the gain for this common source topology first. So for this small signal applied to the gate of M1, we can see the drain current, that is this ID1, experience is a change equal to GM1 del Vx. This is what common source do. Whatever the change we have done at the gate terminal, it will be reflected at the drain, and the drain current experiences a change equal to GM1 del Vx. And this current is particularly drawn from RD as shown in the figure this, and M2 in figure B. So it will produce an output voltage swing equals to, the current will be equals to GM1 Vx into the drain resistance, that is RD, and the gain will be equals to V out by V in. So V out is simply the minus GM1 del Vx RD upon V in. V in is Vx. So cancelling out Vx, what we will get, the gain will be equal to minus GM1 RD. Okay, now for this case we have used two transistors. Okay, and they are used to minimize the reflection at the node X, because we want the resistance seen at the source of this M2 will be equal to 50 ohms, as it is a 50 ohm transmission line, and the reactance must be small. So what we will get, it 1 upon GM2, that the resistance seen by the source will be equals to 1 upon GM2 plus GMB2 is equals to 50 ohms, and it can be ensured by proper sizing and biasing of this particular transistor, that is M2. And to minimize the capacitance of the transistor, what we can use, it is also desirable to use a small device biased at a large current. GM, that is the transconductance, is given as under root of 2 mu n cos W by L ID. And in addition to the higher power dissipation, it also requires large VGS for M2. This particular M2 requires a large VGS. Okay, so the key point is that the overall voltage gain in both the trans arrangements is equals to minus GM1 RD. The value of RD in this particular case is much greater than 50 ohms. Okay, to have the proper biasing of this particular M2, we require that RD should be large as compared to this particular circuit, as it requires that there should be no reflection at particular node X. So it requires that RD should be large enough. Thus, the common gate circuit can provide a higher voltage gain as compared to this common source configuration. So this is the important example which shows you that this common gate circuit have a large voltage gain, higher voltage gain as compared to the common source configuration. Okay, this is all in this lecture. Thank you.